What is going on, everybody? I know it has been a while. I apologize. Just been busy with the job. Had to work 6 days because of a system upgrade, but I am back. I am back with energy, and let's go ahead and hop right back into a topic. So, a while back, I made a video. Do graphics matter? So I was having some conversations with some people, and actually this is a little bit long overdue because I wanted to do a part two of that video for a while now, but I just haven't had the time. But we're gonna do that right now. So like I said, I did that video a while back, almost actually 2 months ago, I believe, and I think because I was talking to a couple of people. This is at my old job before I started my current job. I was talking to them, and it seemed like they were under the impression that I was saying graphics don't matter at all. But that really wasn't what I was trying to say. So let me go ahead and clear that up for you guys. Just in case there's anyone else that thought I meant that as well. So, I don't care too much about graphics. I'm not saying that they don't matter at all because it's nice to have something, good to look at. So, not saying they don't matter. The only reason I say they don't matter is when they go ahead and put so much into making a game look good that it takes away from the content. So that's why I was using the Star Wars game as an example, because the game looked really, really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that game looks really good. So for them to go ahead and put so much into making that game look like how it did, and they had so much negative feedback about the actual gameplay and the content, that just goes to prove that a game could look really good, but it could just be a really shitty title. So the graphics aren't going to really play a big part in the fun factor of the game, because you can go ahead and play it for 2-3 hours, and then if it's becoming like really repetitive and you're just getting tired of the shit, there's nothing new, and you're just like, well, that's it, this is it, it's just something like pretty to look at. I mean, you're gonna kind of get pissed because it's like, yo, I spent $60 on this shit and it just looks good. It doesn't have any feeling to it. So I guess that's the point I was trying to make. And we're coming into a new year, new games. It's already February, and I haven't played it myself, but the Division beta, I know that was a hot topic for a few weeks, and a lot of people were saying how they dumbed down the graphics for that game. Now, not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but if they're gonna go ahead and have high or give high expectations and show something to the public and then release something that looks completely different, obviously I can understand why people are going to be upset. But graphics, like I said, if they're going to dumb down the graphics in order to make the game, the quality of the game, any better, then I'm all for it. That's perfectly fine with me. So, other games that are coming out this year, I know it's a number of games coming out I'm actually looking forward to. You got Uncharted 4, and then you got, I'm kind of naming PlayStation exclusives, but you got that. Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't think they actually officially gave a date for it. They're just saying 2016, hopefully it comes out. The Last Guardian, what other games are coming out? Final Fantasy 15, I'm just gonna assume that's not coming out. We got Mafia 3. We got a couple of games on the Xbox side. I know we got Gears. What else we got? Mirror's Edge. Quantum Break. Street Fighter. And it's just a number of games coming out this year. Obviously, I'm not gonna get a chance to play them all. I'm just naming some of the bigger titles that probably a lot of people know about. So, I've saw some gameplay of some of these games, and they do look pretty good. But I'm not going to go ahead and judge them based off how they look. It's kind of hard for me to go ahead and decide whether or not I want to buy a game just the way, like based off the way it looks in a trailer or looks in some gameplay that's uploaded on YouTube, because it's shit. The shit can be deceiving. Like, for instance, the Division thing with the graphics being dumbed down, it's kind of like deja vu, because they did the same thing with Watch Dogs, and I bought that game at $60, and I was, let's just say, that game is at the pile of my game collection at the moment. But yeah, they go ahead and put all these high expectations for these games, and then they don't live up to it, and then it's like, yeah, I don't know. But even if these games were to come out with the amount of effort put into the graphics that they announced in the beginning, would the game be any better? Can't say for Division because it's not out yet, but for Watch Dogs, nah. Because it was fun for the moment, and then when I go back to think about how that game was, it was like really no character development. And I don't want to compare it to GTA, but it kind of just is GTA with hacking, honestly. And it didn't really offer anything new from what I've already experienced in like an open world game like that. So I got bored with it kind of fast. Once I beat the story, I didn't go into multiplayer, none of that. And like I said, with other games, Last of Us, like this game right here, this game came out before PlayStation 4 came out. This is still on PS3, and they have the remastered version on PS4. Still a fun game. I mean, I hadn't picked it up in a while. The only reason I picked it up because I played with a couple buddies, and it was still fun when I played it, and because it has a unique experience. Like, not only does the game look pretty good graphically, but it has that unique experience that it's just fun, and you can keep coming back to it. So like, even though I hadn't touched that game in months, when I popped it in, I was able to play it, and I was like, yo, this shit is fun. I'm enjoying myself. So at the end of the day, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the graphics, they don't matter. Like, let me see if I can reword this right. They don't matter because I feel like they don't really add to the fun factor. I mean, sure, you can go ahead and look and be like, wow, this game looks pretty good. But then once you actually start getting into playing it, like you actually go and dive in and try to get into, whatever if it's the story or the multiplayer, whatever the hell you're playing, once you start playing it and get into the game, you're not going to be looking at like, oh shit, look at the sky, it looks so nice. Oh man, look at that mountain in the distance. Wow, they made the weather effects look so nice. Like, nah, you're going to be focusing on the objective at hand, whatever the hell that is. And then if you're not having fun, and it looks nice for no freaking reason. Like I said in my last example, in my last video, you could be a person trying to holler at somebody, and they could look really good, but once you start getting to know them and you find out they got a shitty personality, it's just kind of like, well, damn, you just look good for no damn reason, because I'm not going to sit here and talk to you based off of your looks, and then once we start settling down, I turn out you got a bad personality and you ain't shit. I'm not going to hang around for that shit. And it's really that simple. It works the same way with these. It works with pretty much a lot of shit. Like anything, like if anything looks appealing to you, and then in the end you find out that it ain't shit, I mean, you're not gonna keep coming back to that at all. Like, that's literally how life works in general. If it's some food that looks good from a distance, you see some ribs, you're like, oh man, that shit look good as hell. You go ahead and try it, and that shit dry as fuck. You ain't gonna keep taking bites of that shit. You gonna be like, fuck this shit, and throw it in the garbage. Like, you're not going to keep coming back to something just because it looks good. And that's pretty much the only thing I was trying to say. Like, it could lead you into, the attraction of you. Maybe you would be interested in buying this game or whatever. But if it ain't shit, guess what? You ain't going to keep playing it. You may return it. You may just throw it to the side and never even freaking think about it again. That's literally all it is. That's all gaming is if you have fun. So if I get a game that doesn't have the best graphics, I'm not going to go ahead and knock it to the side just because it doesn't look good. Like, it could have a really good story behind it, but I haven't given it a chance because I'm just basing it off looks. So that's pretty much all I'm saying is don't go ahead and judge a game just based off of its looks in the beginning. Yes, you're going to have some games that look really good and play very well, and that's a great combination. So when you go ahead and you look back on your gaming library, you can say, yo, this game I really enjoyed. If I do decide to come back and play it, I know I'm gonna have fun with it, because not only was it a really good story or really had good gameplay and multiplayer, it also looked really good. So I mean, that's all it is. That's literally all it is. Gaming is all about having fun. Graphics are just extra. It really is, honestly. That's pretty much the point I'm trying to say. Like I said, don't judge a game based off by its looks. It could look really good, but it could be really shitty, or a game could look really shitty and it'll actually be really good. So, guys, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just saying like graphics don't matter at all, because I know they do. They do play an important part, and every year we advance in gaming, in the gaming industry, the graphics are going to keep getting better and better, no doubt. But I don't want these companies to go put so much into making the game good that we end up getting shitty content and it's just a waste of money and time. So please, please, yeah, just go ahead and try to make better decisions as far as purchasing games or deciding if a game is worth buying based off its graphics, because looks can be deceiving. They really can. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.